you got, pal? S-T-Y-L-E.
Knock, knock. Stick around.
Hey, what's up guys? Sam here, Contagious Collection, back with another video. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the game room. Very excited for this video. Today's video is going to be on my crazy cool custom controller collection by Contagious Customs, aka this guy. At least a few of them. Anyway, uh, yeah, really cool controllers. Really excited to be showing this video, and these are really amazing things. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink and snacks, and here we go. First off, I'm going to show these two controllers where this actually first started with my brother, painting these controllers. And at the time, he was using an airbrush, where opposed to nowadays, I'm using like spray cans, which they still work fine. But it's just something about the spray with the airbrush. You get to create your own custom colors. You could like mix and match and this and that, and just come up with really cool colors that they don't even sell out in stores or anything like that. But this is where it first started off with, and then afterwards, I was like, you know what? I want to start painting them myself, where I don't want to always be asking my brother, hey, bro, like, can you, paint a controller for me or this or that? I could just do it whenever I want it, whenever I have time. So as time went by, I will be showing the ones, of course, as well that I did myself, and just talk about the controllers and a little backstory about them, how it came out, how it came about, and how I actually it goes through that process where I make these and how it works and all that good stuff. So here we go, guys. The first controller is going to be my really cool golden green Zelda controller, which is Zelda themed, obviously. And when it comes to these decal stickers, the overlay stickers, I obviously went with the theme of it, and this is the theme of the controller of whatever the sticker is, and that overlay decal. So I was like, okay, we're gonna go with like a gold and a green, and he actually made these custom colors, and you got that gold and a green in the front with the A and the B buttons. The D-pad is also green, and we didn't mess with the start and the select at the time. So I don't even play with these controllers. These are for display purposes only, because I don't want to like end up messing up, pounding on the buttons or anything like that. Mashing on them and then they end up like chipping. But most likely they won't. But still, it just looks beautiful. You know, on on the shelf as a display. It's just amazing and very cool. And the back part again as well, you got that nice shiny metallic green. And the next one is also was also painted by my brother, and this is the Metroid themed one. So I told him let's go with again with the decal, whatever is on it. So the hand cannon is kind of like matching the color of the D-pad, and we got the metallic orange on a start and the select buttons, and same thing with the B and the A. The front part and the B button is kind of like a metallic orange, not orange actually, like a yellowish, more close to like a mustardy, a little bit of a copper, whatnot color, uh, but it's super sweet, very nice looking. And the back part is the metallic orange, which is really cool as well. So that is the Zelda and the Metroid controller. Next one I'm going to be showing is this one. Actually, my brother painted this one as well, which is a Bomberman one. And this is one of my favorite controllers as well. Just something about it where the colors are all like splatted all over it, and it really goes really well. It's more like an explosion, like on a decal, and you got your yellow, the green. There's a little bit blue in it, some pink, where the whatever is on a decal. We went with that theme, and the D-pad is kind of like a metallic green and I put a little bit of pink in the middle of the circle part. And the start select is the same. It's original. We didn't touch that. And it's the regular, black start and select. And the B and the A, again, it's like a metallic blue and a green. And the back part, we got the yellow. And he also put this little sign on there where that was like his, kind of like his touch. There is actually, this is one of two, as you can see over here on the side. Hopefully that picks up. Uh, there is only two of these controllers made with this kind of style. And the other one, the second one, my friend Steve from Steve Craig Retro Games, he actually has that. So my brother actually painted that for my friend Steve as well. And that one was a Castlevania 2, I believe, like a Simon's Quest theme to it. I remember that one. So I got the first one, the second one, my Steve from Steve Craig Retro Games has that controller. So these are like one of a kind, two of a kind, whatever you want to call it. So I have the first one, the second one my friend Steve has. So yeah, big shout out to Steve from Steve Craig Retro Games as well. What up, brother? And yeah, so this one is just something about it where the front and the back, they're both yellow, and it just has that splatter explosion on it. It just looks really cool. I keep forgetting the name of this thing. I forgot what it was called. It's not coming to mind right now, but yeah, it's like it's really cool. So got that, the Bomberman one as well, and this one I have it with the custom custom console that my brother actually painted it himself, and this one is the Mega Man themed one, and I absolutely love this one, guys. Just something about it, where blue being my favorite color, and you got the two-tone with the light blue and the darker blue, and the front, the D-pad is a darker blue, start select is more of a lighter blue, and same with the A and the B buttons. And on the back we got the dark blue, and I also got a custom sticker made for it. It says Contagious Collection on it, so it's with the fonts of a Nintendo, and it has that circular kind of thing on it where it looks like a Nintendo font, which is really cool. So yeah, the Mega Man one, absolutely love this controller as well. Just love the colors on it. The rest of these controllers, I believe, yeah, the rest of this, I painted all of these myself. So we got, hold up, sorry about that. Got the Castlevania one, and this is kind of like a regular one. There's another one that I actually have that I'm going to be working on, and this one, it just, again, the colors on it, they're still really cool. Sorry about that. This thing does not want to like cooperate. Anyway, it keeps coming off. This is a Castlevania one, guys. NES again, as you can see, and again, I went with the decal, the front sticker. So I decided to go with like a slime green kind of. The back one I did like a fiery red, metallic red, and the D-pad again I did a fire red, like a metallic red, and the start and the select I went with like a tan light brown, and the B and the A, it's a metallic blue with a metallic orange, and the back part, as you can see, again I have the custom Contagious Collection sticker on it, which is really badass. I love that. I actually wanted to put it where it could have been small enough and I could have been able to put it in the front, but obviously it wouldn't fit, it wouldn't make space, so I just put it on the back of the controller. So got that going right there as well. I love the colors on this as well, just that slime green, that nice cool little green, just makes it all pop out. So yeah, the custom Castlevania controller. Next one, again, this is of course one of my favorite ones. This controller is actually on my avatar picture or whatever they call it, where you could see it, where my YouTube video is. And I absolutely love Contra, of course, one of my favorite games. And before I get into this more, guys, I just want to let you know how the process goes when I make these controllers. So basically, obviously, I take apart the controller first, and I give them a really nice clean, brush off and everything, any, dirt or anything that's inside, or get it nice and clean, because you don't want that paint to be like all rough and ruggedy or anything like that. So before I do that, I clean it up really nice, wash it. Of course, I take off the original Nintendo decal that's on it, and I give it a nice brush and a nice clean. Before I get with the painting, I have like a little area in my backyard where I put the on a table where I put newspapers and stuff like that, where I start before I start painting. So before the paint goes on, I primer the controller, which works as the glue base for the controller. So you got to put some prime before you start painting, because that holds it on the paint so it won't crack or end up fading or having any problems later on down in the future. There's a lot of paints where I'm usually using like paint cans, spray cans. A lot of the paints, they come with the primer itself, which is great, so you don't have to wait for the primer to dry out before you put the paint on. And anyway, so I do the primer, then the paint. So in between, you gotta wait for it to like nicely dry up. And then after the painting process is done and all that is done, I hit it with like a nice clear coat, so it protects the paint again overall. And again, the primer and even the clear coat, they work as glues for the paint, so it makes it a lot stronger, and it gives it a very nice shine at the end with the clear coat. So that's pretty much how it goes. And here's the Contra one, guys, where after I was done with it, I was like, oh, this is kind of like patriotic, with the red, white, and the blue. I wasn't thinking about that at the time, but when I put it on, I was like, cool, it came out in that order. So that's really badass. And the decal, again, I went with the metallic silver in the front, and I did a metallic, kind of like a navy dark blue on the back. And the D-pad is a nice bright red. The start select, I did a white, as you can see, obviously, and the B and A buttons are a metallic blue. So I love that decal, and it has that cheat code too in the front: up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA start. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the Contra one. I love this controller as well as I do. I mean, all of my controllers, they're really cool. Just every single one, I think, has a different touch and like a different colors, the way they pop out. It's just, I love it, man. It's so amazing. Next one I'm going to be showing is the Battletoads one. As you guys know, it's it's known as being like one of the toughest games on the NES, but nonetheless, it is a super fun game. And here's the Battletoads one, guys. And this one, again, I went with like a more of it's a coppery orange, metallic orange with the front part. The back, I did an emerald green, which is an amazing, beautiful color. So again, I went with the font, with the decal stickers of how it is. And the D-pad, I went with a metallic green again. The start and the select buttons, I did a kind of like a, again, it's like a tan brown, light brown color. And the B button and the A button, again, with the metallic orange and emerald green. Again, they're both metallic colors. Very nice, very beautiful controller. Again, love the colors on that as well. Next one, last two ones I'm going to be showing for the NES that I have are this one, again, Kirby being one of my favorite games in the Nintendo library or any other platforms, and that is the Kirby one. Again, went with like a solid white in the front of the controller, and a nice pink on the back. And the D-pad, again, is a pink color. Start select, I left regular, black. And the B and the A buttons, I did Both of them, I think I did like a pink, but the B one I went over a little bit like with like a splatter of white, and the pink one I did the same thing but a lot less, so it could like be a little different from one from the other. So the Kirby one, I think this one came out really cool as well. Again with the theme and the colors, just it's just beautiful. I love it. Very cool. And the last NES controller one, I gotta say again, this is like one of my favorite ones. Is the Bubble Bobble controller, again with the D-pad yellow, and the start and the select I did a metallic blue. The green, the B and the A buttons are more of a flat regular green and a regular blue, but it still came out really cool. And the back part, the front, I think I did it was red, and I did a little splatter of yellow here and there. And on the back, I did a flat blue again, but I also splattered it in with, splashed it a little bit with some green, so it came out like a really nice blue green color. And that is the Bubble Bobble controller, guys. Very cool. I love the colors on this as well. And my first and only for the time being, but I'm going to be doing more, of course, is my Super Nintendo Super Castlevania 4, and one of my favorite games on the console. And I would say a lot of people love this game as well. It is just something about Castlevania, Contra, any of these games. They're all off the hook. Very fun games. And here is the Castlevania 4 one, guys. And of course, again, this is for display purposes. This was on a third-party Super Nintendo controller. The front decal sticker doesn't fit all that great, but it has that overall rough, kind of rugged look to it. I didn't even like clear this one at all. I didn't put a clear coat on it because I wanted to have that really rough look to it. And here it is, guys, the Castlevania 4, Super Castlevania 4 controller. And even the decal, the sticker on it is just really cool. So I went with a kind of like a brick feel to it, where it almost feels like you're touching like a stone actually as well. So you got the D-pad like that. The start and the select is the same thing, but a lighter brown. And the Y and the X is more of a flat, bright red. And the B and the A, I did a metallic blue to kind of go with like Medusa's head and whatever the theme was on there. And the top left and the right buttons, the L and the R buttons, I did a red again, but I gave it that rough look to it, where it's like a special spray, and it makes it look like a stone, like a really cool look to it. And the same thing I did with the back part, kind of that stone look to it. And again, one of my favorite controllers. I love this thing. Super Castlevania 4. And last but definitely not least, I actually did this myself as well. And this is the original OG Xbox Duke controller, which I call this a spaceship because it's so large. It's really big, and it kind of looks like a spaceship to me. I don't know. So I call this the spaceship controller, and got that slime green on it as well. Obviously, I didn't do anything with the buttons, the buttons and the analog and start and select. I left it alone. And for this being my first Xbox original controller painting it, it was kind of tough. It's not as easy as simple, as the Nintendo ones. But I got through it, and for my first time, I think it came out really badass. I love this controller as well. Very cool looking. So the front is like a slimish green, and the back is more of a really cool blue. Not too dark, not too light, but I think the two-tone is very nice, where you can see even like from the sides as well. I remember I had actually a pearl blue one. The whole thing, the front and the back, was painted pearl blue. It was on my shelf over there, and unfortunately, I don't know how it fell off my shelf, and it just shattered into pieces. So after that, I was like, you know what, that happened. It really sucked that that happened, but I ended up painting this one as well. I might do a little bit more or more later on down the line in the future, as far as like if it goes to the for these Xbox controllers. But definitely going to be making, guys, more of these custom NES ones, because I have a bunch of more decal stickers. So we'll be looking forward to making more, of course. So if I do, I will be definitely showing you guys. And again, thank you very much for watching, guys. Thanks for taking time for out of your day and watching my video. And thanks for the continuous support that I keep getting. You guys are truly amazing. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. Stay up. Keep retro gaming alive. And I hope that all of you have a fantastic day. Take care, guys. Until next time, Sammy's outie.
I'll be back.